So I just want to check in. I didn't sleep super great. I'm having crazy perimenopausal symptoms on top of everything that have been like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I don't feel like I can take HRT, which really sucks. I really need it. Like my body could use some hormone replacement therapy. If this doesn't apply to you and you don't know what I'm talking about, never mind. You can just don't even trip on it. But for those of you that understand, after having gone through benzo withdrawal and knowing about the whole GABA and progesterone combo, like a lot of people say, stay away from it. People have had setbacks. So I'm staying away from it, but my body needs it so badly. So yeah, I didn't sleep great again, although I think I am sleeping a bit better because I'm using my CPAP. So today I was able to do my meditation group, was able to have the camera on, which I was not last week. And I did a little bit of Baylissa's group this morning. Again, had my camera on, which I was not able to last week. I am still not exercising, which I feel a little bit like, how do I get back into that in a safe way? Like, will my body just kind of naturally get back to that baseline? Is there something I need to do? I think I grapple with this a lot. And yeah, so I am just walking around the house. I'm doing like little, like very small dance moves, like literally a step here, a step there, and then I stop. Not getting my heart rate up at all. My heart is better, I would say. Like for the first 6 weeks post-COVID, my heart was just like wackadoodle. I feel like it's calming down, but I don't want to like say that and then it'll come back. Things are constantly waxing and waning. But I haven't felt like concerned. Even a few days ago, I was like, oh my God, do I need to get this checked out? I did go to the ER already twice. And they were like, you're fine. And one of the doctors is like, yeah, that's really normal after COVID, to have like POTS symptoms. I haven't been having those, so we'll see. And maybe that's kind of where I need to just be kind of chilling and not over exercising. And when the POTS is finally done, I can exercise again. I don't really know how it works. I've also been in Dr. Becca Kennedy's class. I would highly suggest her if you have any like dysautonomia issues after COVID. Her class has been really great. That's Dr. Becca Kennedy. I think it's Resilience Healthcare. She does a long COVID / other symptoms class, and she was in charge of the long COVID clinic at a hospital up in Portland, Oregon. And she saw that people got better through using mind-body techniques. So that's what I've been doing. I'm doing the Gupta program, and I love it so much. And I just highly suggest it if you can afford it. If you've got the money, or you can even borrow the money, big borrow steal. It's about 300, I want to say, something like that. And he does a webinar series, which is it's a 12-week webinar series with him. And so it's fantastic. Like, I don't know who else does that, plus all the other tools and the meditations. So the meditations, I think, are extremely healing. Meditation in general is just, it's so healing just to calm the nervous system down. If you can, if you're somebody who's able to do a guided meditation, his are remarkable because they're all about like the condition, whatever the condition is, withdrawal, like not like he's talking about withdrawal, but you can put in the blank, the condition, whatever that is, mold sensitivity or Lyme or, what are the other ones? Chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, like just all of them really in these mind-body space, and like TMS and all of that is like this loop in the brain. So his meditations really address that. And for me, that's what I need right now more than anything. So the symptoms that I'm having today, I would say, are just a lot of spicy sensations, lots of neuroactivity, like my nerves are just like, and dizziness, fatigue. My eye issues might be a little bit better, but I've been staying off screens as much as I can. And so far I've been able to sit out of bed for a few hours, which is good. Some days I'm just completely horizontal and, so yeah, we'll see what today brings. This whole journey has been so up and down. I don't know if, like I'll have more downs, but yeah, just really pacing, being mindful, not overdoing it. I'm knitting a ton, reading. Yesterday my eyes were really bothering me, and not my eyes, but like my cognition was really low, so I couldn't really take a lot of things in. So we'll kind of see what today brings. And honestly, I have a lot of fear around this. So that's what I'm really working on right now more than anything, is like my fear response about the symptoms. That's what I'm using, I think, the Gupta program for, and all of the other things is like, these are just sensations. They will not hurt me. I've gotten through this before. I'll get through this again. My body will calm down eventually. Don't know when it's going to happen, but it will happen. But it's the anxiety around the sensations that's where I'm really working right now, because, it's like my life came to a screeching halt again. That's real talk. Like, I was in Mexico a month and a half before I got COVID, like living it up completely, like fine. Yeah, I'm older now than I was the last time I went, so I wasn't like partying all night, but I had a really good time. Was eating everything I wanted. I was dancing on the beach, like, so to have my life come to a screeching halt again and to go back into acute days has been hard and, scary in some ways. Like, that's such a normal response. And the fear oftentimes perpetuates the symptoms. So I'm really working on that. That is my main goal right now, is to reduce that second arrow, as they say in the Buddhist tradition. You've got the first arrow, which is the issue, and the second arrow is your response to it. So yeah, my affirmations today are, I've healed before, I will heal again. That's absolutely 100% true. Intensity does not equal duration. Intensity does not equal duration. Like, wow, I have so many times I've just like woken up in a window that sticks. So many times I have just been in a window and at a higher baseline, like a really higher baseline. I mean, I remember one time, I'll never forget it. Like, it was just the longest wave. It was so long and so grueling and so hard, and I was so debilitated. And I was just losing it. I was like losing my patience, and all of my like past waves hadn't, lasted maybe that long. And that, anyway, I wrote a post on Facebook, and I didn't post it because I have it's like a private. I went back and looked at it. I think it was the next day or the day after. Everything shifted just like that. And my baseline went like I had been at a plateau for, it was during my setback, maybe the entire time, 6 months or something. My baseline shot through the roof, and a few weeks later I was back at work. So intensity does not equal duration. That is the most important piece of all of this, is that the nervous system can suddenly change, like neuroplastic syndromes, which is a lot of what we have. And there's a whole debate on that. If you're tapering a medication or whatever, yeah, but obviously your body's like, trying to acclimate to the lack of that neurotransmitter or whatever that is. But for people who've been out for a really long time, a lot of this is neuroplastic. Like, our brains can memorize shit and get triggered again. And for neuroplastic symptoms, things can shift like that. Just instantly. That's what's really cool about the body and the brain. So I have to believe that this will change, that I will come out of it. I don't have any long-lasting damage. It's not like COVID didn't do anything to me. And that was what was really great about Dr. Becca Kennedy's class, is that she really stresses that unless you have some kind of something that comes up on a scan, like a heart condition or your lungs were damaged or something like that, something organic. It's a lot of this is in the brain. It's the fight or flight response that got stuck on overdrive because of the fear that, you know, it's traumatic. It's, you know, it's not for everybody, but for some people. Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that rabbit hole, and please, like, no debating on my channel. I just, you know, everybody has their opinion, but I do trust her. And yeah, so this has been the longest video I've done, and my hair is still crazy because I cut it. I cut like a few inches off. But I just wanted to shout this out and leave this on my channel, and I'll just keep making videos, and hopefully one day I will be back to my 100%, or actually I was 110%. So I've got a ways to go, but I would be totally fine with 80. I'm fine with 80%, or I'd be fine with 70. Anything over 50. All right, lots of love, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.